Phantom, the ghost who walks. Legend holds it that the Phantom, the king of the jungle and the ghost who walks in the night, moves out of his jungle home during those moonlit nights at times. He does these occasional strolls into the towns and cities in his famous disguise to see what it was like in the outside world. With his long overcoat hiding his powerful physique inside, and with those powerful dark glasses and black hat, there was not a soul who could recognize him as the Phantom. This was one of those nights. The door to Old Man Shelley's tavern opened and two men came in. At a glance anyone could see that they were the twin Hoodlum brothers, out to terrorize the weak in these distant towns where the law was far away. But their skin was different. While Redbeard was brown, his brother Whitebeard was white. They were both big in their beer bellies and smelled of yesterday's garlic if anyone came within 2 feet of them. Their tousled hair matched their unclean clothes and unclean bodies. They did not carry guns, they only roughed up all the eating joints wherever they went at night with their bare hands. Old Man Shelley was worried. He had seen these two just last month here. Fortunately the two went away after roughing up a few beer drinkers and overturning a few chairs and tables. He had lost just a couple of $100 from his cash box that time. Hee. Look who's here, Redbeard said to his brother. I can see him, dude, Whitebeard replied. Got anything to eat? Have roasted chicken? Redbeard asked. That's for lunch, Old Man Shelley replied. Listen, one more lie from you and we'll give it to you, old man. Better bring us the chicken or else, Redbeard said. Isn't that true? He asked his brother again. The two noticed a stranger sitting at a corner table, totally oblivious to the whole conversation. They saw him reading the evening newspaper. He had his hat on and was reading with his dark glasses on as well. The rest of the inmates in the tavern were scared stiff and had even removed their wallets and placed them on their tables for the two to take them. And then they started their rampage. They overturned every table and chair and left everyone speechless as the two were busy cackling to themselves. But the two noticed all this had no effect on the stranger, who was busy reading his paper while he was sipping his milk from his glass. Finally they could bear it no longer. They came to him like two menacing giant Goliaths out to kill. Hey you! Aren't you scared of us? Think you're tough, eh? Redbeard said. Seeing there was no reply, it was Whitebeard who said, Look, he is having his milk. Ha! Ha! You deaf or something? Can't you hear us, you fool? Within a minute you are gonna be dead, Redbeard said to the stranger. Beat it, the stranger replied. They were taken aback, both of them. You gone loco or something? Know who we are? We are the famous Beard Brothers, Redbeard said. You can say your prayers, man, Whitebeard said. Look, I don't you two to be hurt. Just pay for the damage to Old Man Shelley and beat it, the stranger replied. And then it happened quickly. The two thugs tried to bang a chair on the stranger's head. The lights went out. It is said the Phantom always moves like greased lightning at times like these. Several slaps that sounded like kipple were heard in the dark tavern. When the lights came on again, the two were seen one on top of each other, out cold. On their jaws was the mark of the deadly skull. Sorry about the fracas, the Phantom said to Old Man Shelley. He placed a few gold coins on the table. Here, take them, he said to Old Man Shelley. That will take care of the damage. Call the Jungle Patrol to take these two bums away. Tell them it was their unknown commander who asked you to call them. No one in the Jungle Patrol knew that the Phantom was their unknown commander. You see, Old Man Shelley had saved the life of the previous Phantom. So Old Man Shelley had the mark of protection on his right arm which our Phantom had seen. This was one way to repay the kindness. And then he walked away out from the tavern into the cold moonlit night. There was a big roar of applause from everyone in the tavern. They had watched everything with unbelief. He did not even remove his hat. One man said, "Who was he?" They said to Old Man Shelley. "Your guess is as good as mine," Old Man Shelley replied.